LHS alma mater. Number 21, Seth Dorfmeister, and number 38, Jamie Bellas. Representing the Lions, Brian Gillette, along with Mac Dickey and Steve Hawthorne, the three seniors on the Lions squad.
Probably a transfer from Dowie. He's grown big over there.
And the Union City Bears will receive and defend the north goal. And now introducing the Lions, who come into tonight's ball game with a perfect 4-0 mark. At center, a senior number 72, Steve Hawthorne. At left guard, a junior number 52, Ken York. At right guard, a senior number 56, Mac Dickey. At left tackle, a junior number 75, Mike Lips. Right tackle, a junior number 61, Tim Valencia. The Lion tight end, the junior number 31, J.J. Potts. At the split end, the junior number 88, Justin Corey. The Lion quarterback, a junior number 12, Lenny McCullough. In the backfield, a junior number 24, Mike Drexler. At the slot back, a junior number 30, Trevor Oates. And the Lion fullback, a senior number 32, Brian Gillette. And head coach in his 19th season, Mr. Dan McCullough, with a perfect 4-0 mark. Beating Sigertown, Maplewood last week, and then a loss in the middle there to Lakeview. So 2-1, the Bears come into tonight's contest. Jeremy Gear, the sophomore, 6'2", 211-pound sophomore, will be doing the kicking off for the Lions. And the kick comes to Jeff Scott. And Scott comes across the 35, and Scott is down at the 39-yard line. Jason Deist and Justin Corey in on the stop for the Orange and Black Thunder. First down from the 39 for the Bears. Quarterbacking, Sean Powell, a sophomore, 5'9", 165 for the Bears. Powell gives off on the first play to Dorfmeister. And a penalty flag went up at the snap of the ball. Brian Potts and Lenny McCauley in on that stop of Dorfmeister. We'll see what the penalty brings. penalty charged against the Bears will negate. Ball set at the 34-yard line, so I'll bring up first down and 15. Double setbacks behind Powell. Powell gives again to Dorfmeister, and Dorfmeister this time stood up after a pickup of 1. Forward progress marked to the 35-yard line. Gain of 1 brings up second down and 14. Lenny McCauley in on that stop, along with Mac Dickey. Powell gives off this time in the backfield to Curtis Shear. Lenny McCauley and Justin Corey in on that stop. Shear's first carry. So it brings up a third down and 6. Ball spotted at the 43-yard line. Keeper throws, tip, and a hand on the ball. The pass was intended for Greg Burke, so I'll bring up a fourth down punting situation. Mike Drexler along with Jason Deese. And we have a timeout on the field, charged to the Union City Bears. Jason Barnett will do the punting from the 30-yard line. And it comes to Drexler. Drexler trying to pick up a block. Mike Drexler breaks to the outside. And Drexler driven out of bounds at the 43-yard line. So Drexler bringing back that Barnett punt. And so the Lions will take over their first possession. The officials set it at the 42-yard line. First and 10. And quick opener. And there may have been a fumble on the first handoff. It was to go to Brian Gillette out of the backfield, and Kenny York recovered that fumble. No gain on the play, brings up second down and 10. Second down and 10. And a give goes to Drexler. Drexler dives ahead to about midfield. So I'll bring up a 3rd and 2 situation as they spot the ball just across midfield in Union City territory. McCullough gives to Drexler. Drexler cuts her off the right side and dives for the first ball. Across the 45 to the 43-yard line. Joe McClellan in there to trip up Drexler. The Lions pick up their first down of the evening. Eight minutes remaining here in the first quarter. No score in the ball game. Each team with one possession. McCall, the quick opener to Gillette. The power drive down the middle. And Gillette picks up 5 yards on the play to the 39-yard line. Brings up 2nd down and 5. Brian Gillette, the fullback for the Lions, all 5'5", 160 pounds, has been the big yardage leader for the Lions this year. That quick power move down the middle. 2nd down and 5. Lenny McCullough, junior quarterbacking the Lions. This time to Drexler. Drexler goes to the 31-yard line, picks up another 1st down. So the Lions able to move that football at 1st down number 2 as they move to the 31-yard line. And this time, McCullough on a keeper, looks, fires through the hands. J.J. Potts was the intended receiver. Coverage on the play by Mike Daly. And so the first pass by the junior quarterback goes incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Ball at the 31-yard line. Give goes to Drexler. Drexler with a hole. Drexler cuts back inside and dives to the 20-yard line, and I believe that's going to be enough for a 1st down. Craig Burek makes that stop on Drexler, and it is a 1st down, so Drexler, I believe, has picked up all 3 1st downs for the Lions. Ball sitting at the 20-yard line. Lions last week against Sigertown scored on every possession. And a quick to Gillette. Gillette dives to the 10. So the Lion fullback dives to the 10. It'll be extremely close for a 1st down. And the officials call timeout for a measurement. Lions in this drive started on their 42-yard line and picked up 3 1st downs. Looking here at the officials and see if we have the 4th 1st down. And it is 1st down number 4 for the Lions. So it'll be 1st and goal at the 10-yard line, just outside the 10. The Lions get within inches of the goal line. They could conceivably get a 1st down. So we'll call it 1st and 10 at just outside the 10-yard line. Corey split wide on the left side. The give goes to Drexler. Drexler is nice tackle on the play by Seth Dorfmeister. Makes a nice stop on Drexler for a loss of 3 yards on the play, a couple yards on the play. Ball's back at the 13. So we'll call it 2nd and 13. Second down and 13 for the Lions. And McCullough looks to pass, throws, complete to Drexler. Drexler dives for the touchdown. So Lenny McCullough and the Lions put 6 on the board as Lenny McCullough fires into Mike Drexler for the first score of the ball game. Lions try a number of multiple things for points after touchdown. We will see what the first, and they line up in a conventional lineup tonight for the first 2-point conversion attempt. And a pitch on the play. Trevor Oates drives and is in. So Trevor Oates came up short and then drove it home for the 2 points. And so with 4:49 remaining in quarter number 1, the Lions 8 and the Bears nothing. Jeremy Gear will kick off for the second time tonight. And it comes to Chris Shear, and Shear across the 25. Shear tries to break left side, and Shear is finally run out of bounds up at the 50-yard line, and Brian Potts and Kenny York, and I saw a yellow flag in the middle of that pile, which I have a feeling will be a face mask. No, there's not a penalty on the play. My mistake. So the Bears have a first down at the 49-yard line. So good field position for the Bears in their second possession. Powell, back to pass, gives off on the play to the fullback, number 38, Jamie Bellis. And Bellis upended for a loss on a fullback delay draw. Ryan Gillette making that stop for the Lions. Second down and 11 at the 47-yard line. The Bears' second possession here with 4 minutes remaining in quarter number 1. And Powell gives this time to Dornmeister, and Dorfmeister bowls his way to the 45-yard line. So a nice pickup on the play by Seth Dorfmeister, a 5'10", 195-pound senior. Third down and 4 situation at the Lion 45-yard line. Deep pitch to Dorfmeister. Check at Shearer. Shearer, no place to run, and now I see a penalty flag on the away from the ball. Shearer was the ball carrier, but on the opposite side of the field, we had a couple people tangled up, and we have a hold. Offensive holding going to be charged against the Bears over on that left side of the line. So we have the second penalty of the night here against the Bears. Take the ball back to the 45-yard line, where it'll be third down and 14. Jason Barnett split wide on the right side. Double setback behind Powell. Sean Powell looks to fire, throws, and jump ball. And Jason Dietz picks it off. And Dietz brings it back across the 40 to about the 42-yard line. So we have the first turnover of the ball game as Sean Powell threw that one up for grabs. And Jason Dietz picks off the first interception of the night. Junior cornerback for the Lions. The officials set the ball at the 43-yard line, first and 10. McCullough gives off to Drexler on the play. Drexler picks up about 6 yards on the play. Makes it just across midfield. So he picks up actually about 7. We'll bring up second down and 3. Ryan Potts bringing in that play from head coach Dan McCullough in his 19th season. Looking for championship number 5. And a give off the right side goes to Gillette. And I believe at the end of the play he may have fumbled the ball, but recovers it. And so the Lions should pick up first down number 5. So Brian Gillette picking up that 5th first down here in the first quarter. Takes the ball down to the 43-yard line. Oh, and in on that play is number 74 for the Bears, Keith Knopf. Dives underneath Drexler and takes the blocker and Drexler's feet out from under him for a loss of 2 yards on the play. So the Lions have a second down and 12 at the 45-yard line. McCullough looks. McCullough fires the ball. Complete on the play to Brian Potts. 45 yards on the pass play from Lenny McCullough to Brian Potts as he throws the ball. So Lenny McCullough goes 2 for 3 on the night. And that one being a 45-yard pass play to sophomore Brian Potts. Lions looking for the 2-point conversion out of the conventional single set with Gillette behind McCullough. And Gillette powers but does not make it in, so the score will remain with 34 ticks on the clock. The Lions 14 and the Bears nothing. Possessions as 9 consecutive against Sagertown in the first 2 possessions tonight. 11 consecutive scoring drives for the Lions without punting the football. And this one comes up to number 41 on the play, Jeff Scott. And Jeff Scott has his feet taken out on by Jason Dietz on the play. So the Bears go to first down at the 34. Play of quarter number 1 as Sean Powell brings his Bears out of the huddle, and Powell gives off on the play, and the play goes to Jamie Bellis, and Bellis rambles for about 10 yards on the play, and the Bears may have their first down of the night, and they do. So the Bears, by way of Jamie Bellis, 5'10", 180-pound senior, rambles for 10 yards. And so the first quarter comes to an end with the ball sitting at the 45-yard line. The Bears will have a first down. So at the end of 1, the Lions 14 and the Bears nothing. Own 45-yard line, 1st and 10 to start the second quarter. And Powell gives off on the play to Dorfmeister. And Dorfmeister is down on the play by number 72 for the Lions, Steve Hawthorne, who's playing on the defensive side of the ball tonight. Chris Blair is doing the snapping for the Lions at center tonight. Pickup of 1 to the 46-yard line. 2nd down and 9. Greg Bjork is split wide on the left side. I formation behind Powell. Powell with a deep pitch to Shear. And Shear tries to cut the corner. And Shear gets up around the sticks at the Lion 46-yard line. We'll see where they mark the possession out of bounds. So it brings up 3rd down and a long yard for the Bears, who are in tonight with 1 first down. And Powell gives off this time to Bellis, and Bellis dives across the 45-yard line, so the Bears come up with first down number 2. So the Bears now put back-to-back first downs together by way of the run. Bears played a good football game last week, beating the Maplewood Tigers, and the week before lost a very close ball game to the Lakeview Sailors. And this time it goes to Dorfmeister, and Dorfmeister stacked up at the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 10. And Kenny York from behind. So Kenny York throws in for a 4-yard loss on the play. Back to the 47.5-yard line. So we'll bring up 3rd down and 13 on the situation here for head coach Ed March, who brings his Bears into tonight's contest with a 2-1 record. This time Burke split wide on the right, Barnett on the left. Powell back to pass. Powell looks and finally unloads. Pass intended for Barnett, but York once again putting a lot of pressure on Sean Powell. So a punting situation for the Bears. 4th down and 13 at the 47-yard line. Lions have had good field position as they have their first 2 possessions this evening. Drexler and Dietz back up for the Lion Thunder. Doing the punting will be Jason Barnett, 6'1", 175-pound senior. Barnett punts from the 45. Barnett gets a good punt away and comes down and goes into the end zone as Mike Drexler calls for a fair catch, and we have a penalty flag down. So we'll sort out the laundry and see where we go from here. Karsinovich, our referee tonight from Sharpsville. Talking to the Lion, illegal procedure declined. Nine minutes remaining in the first half. Don't forget, a lot of activities here at halftime with the crowning. And into the backfield once again is Seth Dorfmeister. A great stop on Mike Drexler as Dorfmeister is keying on Drexler. And Dorfmeister breaks through for a loss on the play. That's about the third loss that Dorfmeister has thrown Drexler for here in the first half. Second down. And so Brian Gillette was the ball carrier and tackled on the play by Dennis Glass. No gain on the play, so the Lions now faced with a third down and 10 at the 20-yard line. 8 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Lions on top by 14. And Hawthorne back up over that football again at center for the Lions. McCullough back to pass. McCullough fires to Drexler. Drexler trying to break a tackle, and finally a penalty flag is thrown, so that can only be one thing at that point on the field. My guess is it's a first down for the Lions, as McCullough goes 3 for 4 through the air and 2 touchdowns. So it is a face mask, which I thought the only thing it could be, which will be a big 15-yarder all the way up to midfield. So the ball sits down at midfield as the Lions get a first down plus a bonus 15. Ball sets at midfield. And Drexler looking for running room, cuts to the outside. Drexler bowls his way inside the 35 to the 32-yard line and a first down. Time, the power play as Gillette carries the ball down the gut. And we'll have to see where they set the ball down. Pickup of 3 on the play, we'll call it. So second down and 7. Lenny McCullough, 2 touchdown passes tonight. 3 for 4 through the air. And Drexler inside dive and only picks up maybe a yard or 2 on the play. Mike Bacon in there making that stop on Drexler. So the Lions faced with another third down, this time 3rd and a long 5. Call it 3rd and 6. Steve Hawthorne, big senior center, up over that football for the Lions. Lenny McCullough, junior quarterback. And again, this time goes to Trevor Oates. Trevor Oates is tripped up and comes up a couple yards short as Glass trips up Oates on the play. 3rd running back out of the backfield for the Lions. So the Lions now faced with a 4th down situation. 4th down and a couple yards to go. So the Lions now trying to maintain their possession of the football, faced with a big 4th down play. And Drexler into the open field. Mike Drexler spins first down and about 10 to spare. So the Lions, trying to hold on to that 11 consecutive scores, have now moved the ball inside the 10-yard line as they'll set the ball down first and goal at the 9. And first down number 8 for the Lions. 6 of those by Mike Drexler. And a quick throw to Justin Corey. And not much gain on the play. It's a completed pass, but a pickup of about a yard. We'll call it second down and goal at the 8. So McCullough throws a rocket to Corey, but little pickup on the play. McCullough now 4 for 5 here in the first half. Of course, remember, the only one not complete was one dropped. First play of the first pass of the game. And McCullough on a keeper. McCullough dives! And the officials haven't raised their hands, so it's still short. So the Lions now have a 3rd and goal on the 6-inch line. As we come down to the 3-minute mark. Don't forget, a lot of halftime homecoming activities coming up. Little fireworks to boot. Lions looking for the 3rd score. And on the power play, I assume it is Gillette. So the Lions have just chalked up 6-4 as the Lions senior fullback, Brian Gillette, goes in from the 6-inch mark and puts 6 tallies on the board. Have a reminder that we got a run from Pizza Joe's at 8:15, so any of you waiting for that first run on Pizza Joe's, it's due in here at 8:15. The second run will be at 8:45, so get your stopwatches ready and you can, we got 20 coming tonight, so maybe we can keep more people happy. 2-point conversion goes into the middle, and it does not, it fails, so with 2:51 remaining on the clock, the Lions 20 and the Bears nothing. That the Lions have scored a touchdown on. Their last 12 possessions of the pigskin, the Lions have come up with 6 points. Jeremy Gear, big sophomore, once again, kicks the ball off. And comes to Shear. Shear tries to get to the outside. And stiff arms 3 lines. Finally wrapped up by Jason Dietz, and then gets a little bit of help from other Lions. So the Bears now will have a first down. Sean Powell doing the quarterbacking for the Bears. Powell. Powell fumbles the football, comes right up to him, throws, and a nice catch in on the play. Jamie Bellis was the one that came up with that nice catch from Sean Powell. Powell in with 1 for 3 through the air here in the first half. No gain on that play, second down and 10. Powell back to pass again. Powell throws kind of wobbly and comes up short. Pass was intended, I believe, for Barnett. Down there. So the Bears now Now, with 1:29 remaining in the half, they have called their second timeout. And that we just asked if you'd please smoke in a different area than in the stands. Thank you. Third down, Powell looks. Powell throws the ball. And overthrown as Drexler was back there. The pass was intended for Curtis Shear. And double coverage for the Lions. Brings up a 4th down and 10 with 1:22 remaining. And we have a timeout on the field. Once again, we have Pizza Joe's. We'll be here at 8:15, already here, and also at 8:45. So if you don't make the first batch at 12, there's 8 more coming. And this time, a punt out of bounds on the sideline for a little gain. He boomed the last one, and this one goes off the side of his foot, out of bounds at the 36-yard line. So the Lions now with 1:15 remaining. I believe the Lions have 2 timeouts. We'll see what they can do. McCullough, back to pass, looks, fires to Drexler, and out of bounds. Barnett had his hands on it first, but Drexler almost came up with that football, but finally Mike Daly was able to bat that ball down, so it goes incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10, 1:08 remaining in quarter number 2. 2nd and 10, and McCullough looks and throws the out play. And to Drexler, and Drexler I don't believe can get out of bounds, as in on that tackle was Mike Daly, and so the Lions are forced to take a timeout here with 58 seconds remaining. Pickup of 9 yards on the play from McCullough to Drexler. Drexler split wide on the right. And there was a loss on the play as Brian Gillette is stuffed for a loss of a yard on the play, so I'll bring up 4th down and a couple yards with 49 seconds remaining. So the Lions now, I believe, are out of timeouts, and 49 ticks remain on the clock. Fourth down for the Lions. And McCullough looks to run, and McCullough dives, and we'll see where they mark the football. And it is a first down, so the Lions have picked up their first down, number 9. 8 by way of the rush, and of course the clock now will be working against the Lions as 40 seconds remain. McCullough looks, throws the out, and Brian Potts was over there, but coverage by Mike Daly, and Daly was like a glove on Potts. 33 ticks on the clock. Gillette and Drexler set in behind McCullough. And it goes to Drexler. Drexler trying to find some running room. Drexler reels off 8 or 10 yards on the play. But they'll have to stop the clock, and the officials have stopped it. With 24 seconds and another first down for the Lions. So he did pick up 10 yards. Number 10 for the Lions here in the first half. And Gillette looking to go to the outside, and Gillette dives into the end zone. 10 yards by Brian Gillette. And with 10 seconds remaining, the Lions, 13 consecutive possessions, have scored 13 touchdowns. So So the Lions, who on this drive started on their 20-yard line, if you recall, looked like many times would not be able to score in their 13th consecutive possession, but the Lions have been able to score. And now Mike Drexler will attempt the point after touchdown. Doing the holding will be J.J. Potts. And complete on the play from Potts to Justin Corey for 2 points. So really a great catch. By Corey, a great catch by Corey as the pass was thrown down and away. But Corey able to come up with that 2-point conversion. And with 10 seconds remaining in the ball game, Lions on top by 28. That's Mike Drexler's going to kick off. And Drexler kicks the low kick, and good tackle on the play by J.J. Potts. So only 6 seconds remaining before we start our homecoming activities 1992. And with the clock moving, it will run out. So as both teams head off to the locker room, the Lions 28 and the Bears nothing. Okay, ready to start the second half as Barnett kicks to Drexler at the 22-yard line. Drexler looking for a block, and Drexler dives out of bounds at the 30-yard line. So the Lions will start the second half as they elected to kick off in the opening half. First down and 10 from the 30-yard line for the Lions. And Drexler looks the gut and roams all the way to the 44-yard line. A pickup of 14 yards by the fleet-footed junior halfback, number 24, Mike Drexler. So first down, number 12, I believe, for the Lions. Number 11. Steve Hawthorne, senior center, over the ball. Brian Potts split wide on the right side. In motion, Corey with the ball. Corey cuts back inside, Oates rather. And Oates gets across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Trevor Oates, 5'7", 150-pound junior. Jamie Bellis making that stop on Oates after a gain of 7 yards on the play. Second down and 3. Second down and 3. McCullough looks. McCullough fires to Drexler. And Drexler hauls that pass in down around the 25-yard line. We'll see where they mark it. Jason Barnett in on the coverage of Mike Drexler as McCullough nails another first down, and they spot the ball at the 20-yard line. So number 12, first down. Drexler having caught 9 passes here this evening. 9 first downs, check that. And Drexler, the ball carrier, off the right side, pickup of about 4 yards on the play, brings second down and 6. Don't forget the Lions head off to Tigerland next week. Take on the Maplewood Tigers. Drexler looks to cut back inside, spins, and gets down close to a first down. Seth Dorfmeister making that stop after pickup of another 4 yards. So bring up 3rd and 2. Lions, of course, ranked number 6 in the state of Pennsylvania this past week in Class A. However, they're still chasing the Cambridge Springs Blue Devils, who have a number 5 ranking in the state of Pennsylvania. And Gillette takes a quick handoff up the middle. And first down, oh, check that. Yes, they are. First down, number 13 for the Lions, picked up by Brian Gillette. So it's first down and goal from about the 6-yard line. And the pitch this time goes to Dietz. And Dietz dives inside the 5 to about the 4-yard line. Greg Gurrick making that stop at about the 5-yard line. Now they somewhere around the 5 or the 4-yard line. Second down and goal. And Drexler cuts back across and dives into the end zone. So Mike Drexler has given the Lions their 14th consecutive possession and 14 consecutive 6-point touchdowns at the 8:02 mark here in quarter number 3. Once again, we have J.J. Potts doing the holding as Mike Drexler will attempt the point after touchdown. And now we got the big shift on. Drexler kicks off to the right, and we have a penalty. And we have a Lion down on the play. J.J. Potts getting up slow. Have to wait and see what the official's call is. And it'll be roughing the kicker. And so it'll be half the distance to the goal, which would be the 1.5-yard line. So we have the ball set down after that personal foul, roughing the kicker. 1.5 yards penalty. for naught. No, as JJ was not able to get rid of that football, so 8:02 remaining as the teams head up the field. The Lions on top by 34. Gear will be doing the kicking, the sophomore. And Gear's kick comes to Barnett. Barnett, straight up the middle. Barnett slips a couple of tackles and finally nailed by a couple of Lions. Tim Valensic is one of them in there, making that initial hit along with Jason Dietz. So Barnett brings the ball out to the 41-yard line, where it's first down for the Bears. Bears only able to manage 2 first downs here this evening, both back-to-back by way of the rush. And the give this time goes to Seth Dorfmeister, and in the backfield right away is Gillette, along with Valensik. And a pickup of, we'll call it 1 yard, second down and 9. Out on the play, trying to turn the corner, is number 24, Jared Lessick. And Lessick finally run out of bounds over around the sticks. So our stick crew had to head for cover. So a loss of 1 yard on the play, called third down and 10. We'll see which one comes up off the bottom, but there's 3 Lions on top of the football, and on the bottom of the pile, Trevor Oates on the bottom of that pile. So I believe that's the second turnover tonight against the Bears. This time a fumble on third down. So the Lions will take over at the Bears' 42-yard line. McCullough, and a lot of pressure. And being thrown to the ground by Seth Dorfmeister. And I believe that's the first sack of the season on junior quarterback for the Lions. Seth Dorfmeister breaks through the lineup for a loss on the play. McCullough gives to Dietz, and Dietz almost stripped of the football as he picks up about 8 or 9 yards on the play. Joe McClellan was in there, and so the Lions have a third down and about 12. Ball at the 44-yard line. McCullough throws an early hit, but caught anyway by Mike Drexler. That was easy to call as number 7, Mike Daly, was stuck before the ball ever got there, but Drexler still able to bring down that football. Is holding against the Lions, which will nullify that pass play to Mike Drexler. So, third down for the Lions and a country mile. As the ball is back to the Lion 41-yard line. Still gone and gets back about 20 of the yards that they had to pick up. It'll bring up fourth down, but they're still going to be about 7 or 8 yards short. Greg Burek making that stop for the Bears as Drexler rambles to the 40-yard line. So bring up fourth down and 7. Fourth down for the Lions. Fourth down and 7. And McCullough on a rollout. Time, fire, complete. And J.J. Potts. And the Lions have kept their streak alive as they were able to make it back to 25 yards. And a first down for the Lions. As both this drive as well as the last drive before the half from their 20-yard line have had to put together some long yardage to get the first down. McCullough in with a 9 for 12 night in the passing department. 2 touchdowns. McCullough looks. McCullough chased and come back for the football, and they say it's incomplete as a lot of pressure by the Bears. And Jason Dietz attempted to come back, or J.J. Potts attempted to come back for that football, but ended up short. Second down and 10, and there's timeout on the field. Charged to the Lions. Second down and 10. And Drexler tripped up on the play by Jamie Bellis. So pick up about 5 or so for Mike Drexler. Brings up a third down. Third down and a long 3. And Drexler looking for first down, looking for blockers, still on his feet. Mike Drexler down to around the 10-yard line. So Mike Drexler with a ton of yardage here tonight. The junior flyback. having another great game as the 10th first down picked up by Drexler alone. 15 total first downs for the Lion Thunder. Nickname of the Lions in 1992. And it's been a good one on your way to a 5-0 start. First down and goal at the 9. And a penalty flag goes up as it's delay of game going to be charged against the Lions. So they'll bring it out to the 14-yard line where the Lions will have first and goal at the 14. First and goal from the 14. And penalty flags litter the field. We'll have to see what the officials indicate as the Lions here trying to shoot themselves in the foot as backed up 5 more yards on an illegal procedure call. So now it'll be first down and 19. First and goal at the 19. Lions now charged with 3 penalties for 25 yards. Ball at the 19-yard line. McCullough back to pass. McCullough throws over the top and slightly overthrown into the left corner. Brian Potts was the intended receiver, but couldn't get a hand up there to try to stop that pigskin as it sailed out of bounds midway through the end zone. Second down at the 19-yard line. Give to Drexler. Drexler trying to break loose, still trying to turn the corner. Mike Drexler driven out of bounds, I believe, about the 10. Curtis Shear brought Drexler down. And they're going to set the ball down just inside the 10, so it's first down, third down and goal at the 10-yard line. Lions have a third and goal at the 10. And McCullough looks and open and drops the football. Is Brian Potts on the last play of the third quarter as Lenny McCullough on the quarterback keeper runs that corner and fires into the end zone to Brian Potts, who's unable to hold on to the football. So the Lions will be faced with a fourth and goal at the 10-yard line when we start the final 12 minutes of action. And McCullough looks to throw, another one. This one's high and overthrows. This time J.J. Potts was the intended receiver. So at the 15th consecutive possession, the Lions now have gone without scoring this possession, and the Bears will take over at the 10-yard line. At their own 10-yard line, deep in their own territory. Sean Powell doing the quarterbacking for the Bears. Powell goes with a handoff on the play, I believe, to Bellis. And Bellis brings that ball out to about the 15-yard line. Pick up a 5 on the play. 2nd down and 5. Off to Barnett, and Barnett slips on the wet grass at the 10-yard line. Touchdown by a Lion player. So I'll bring it back to 3rd down, and they're going to mark it at about 8. We'll call it 3rd down and 8. So they set the ball on about the 11.5-yard line. Final quarter of action. And we have timeout on the field. Charge the Union City Bears. Head coach Ed Marge out to talk to his Bears. And Powell back to throw. Powell throws up a lame duck. And we see a penalty flag. It goes for incomplete and a penalty flag thrown. We'll have to wait and see what they call it. And it's a face mask charged against the Lions. So it'll be 15 yards and a 1st down for the Union City Bears. Their 3rd. 2 by way of the rush and 1 by way of the penalty. So a 1st down for the Bears at the 26-yard line. For the Bears. Powell with a wide sweep. Goes on the play. And a fumble again, and a Lion on top of it. Jason Dietz, I believe, is on the bottom of that football. And it is Jason Dietz. Comes up with the loose football, so we do have a turnover, and the Lions have the ball at the Union City 43-yard line. McCullough throws a bomb! Wide open on the play was number 21, Jason Dietz, but the ball was thrown high and away to Jason. Goes incomplete. On the coverage for the Bears was Jason Barnett along with Greg Burke. Second down and 10 at the 43. McCullough looks. McCullough pumps and throws it to Drexler. Drexler spins and touches down at the 34-yard line. Close to a 1st down, but I believe about a foot short. Quick handoff goes to Gillette, and Gillette picks up 5 and is powered down on the play by number 80 for the Bears, Dennis Glass. So number 16, first downs for the Lions. First down at the 30-yard line. And there may have been early movement as the flags went up early. So 5 yards. Stepped off against the Lions back to the 35-yard line. Illegal procedure. First and 15. McCullough gives to Drexler. Drexler finds a hole, cuts back inside. Mike Drexler all the way to the 15-yard line. Drugged down from behind on the play by Dennis Glass. So Drexler picks up another first down for the Lions. Number 17. Number 11 for Drexler personally. 17 on the night for the Lions. First down at the 15-yard line. McCullough looks. McCullough fires. Good catch by Jason Deese. As one hand, good coverage by Mike Daly, who has done an outstanding job on the corner tonight for the Bears. And Daly brings Dietz down after a pickup of 7 yards on that aerial. 11 for 19 for McCullough on the night. And Drexler looks to inside and goes all the way for the touchdown. So Mike Drexler goes the 8 yards for the touchdown at the 7-minute mark here in the final quarter. Once again, Potts doing the holding, Drexler. And now we get the shift as the Lions have been running a multiple formations on the point after touchdown. And a bad snap. And it goes dead as you cannot advance the ball, so it goes for naught. Going to kick off here from the 40-yard line. And dropped on the play by Bellich and finally brought down up around the 39-yard line. So Jamie Bellis brings the ball back as a lot of clean jerseys load up the field for the Lions. As we have the JV squad on for the Lions now. We'll try to pick up numbers for you. This time, give goes to Bellick. And Bellis rambles 10 yards for the first down. So, first down number 4 for the Bears, as Jamie Bellis goes 10 yards for the first down, takes the ball to the midfield. And gives this time on the play to Dorfmeister, and Dorfmeister down the left-hand side for another first down. Kyle Hood making that stop, the freshman for the Lions, as Dorfmeister picks up about 20 yards on the play. And the Bears pick up first down number 5. And a quick pass goes out to Barnett. Barnett cuts back inside, and Barnett finally hauled down by 3 Lions. Mike Farrell in there, along with number 42, Eric Corey, making that stop. So another first down as the Bears moving down the field to the Lions' 14-yard line. Don't forget, we still have 4 pizzas left. You're still looking for some Pizza Joe pizzas or to take one home. Stop downstairs. Pizza's still available. And a pitch out. And a lot of blockers in front of him as Dorfmeister goes in for the touchdown. So, about 1 minute and 45 elapsed on that set of possessions as Union City moves the length of the field and scores. Bears attempting the point-after touchdown. James Proper will attempt the point-after touchdown. Long count. And Proper gets blocked. And so with 5:10 remaining on the scoreboard, the Lions 40 and the Bears 6. And the onside kick, and a Lion gets on top of the football. Number 71 for the Lions, John Leisure. A freshman for the Lions gets that onside kick. Don't forget, as we come down here toward the end of the ball game, that anyone that can stick around and help the boosters clean up immediately following the football game tonight certainly be appreciated. Understand the cider has been sold out, but there's still hot pizza available. And we have carrying the football, number 22 for the Lions, Adam Brown, a 5'6", 120-pound freshman for the Lions. Picks up about 6 yards on the play. John O'Day brings in the play from JV coach Herb Bossert. 2nd down and 4. Don't forget, the Lions will not return home now till the final game of the year against Cochrane. That'll be senior night at the end of October. And there's a fumble on the play, but the Lion quarterback, who happens to be Tim Crum gets on top of the football, but there was a penalty flag thrown. We'll see what the officials indicate. Illegal motion charged against the Lions, so it'll move the ball back 5 yards. Six penalties tonight against the Lions for a total of 50 yards. Don't forget that tomorrow morning, the little 7th and 8th grade Lions will take on the Bears right here on the Lions field tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. And of course, the Lion JV football team will travel to Union City for a Monday afternoon 4:15 contest. Tim Crum does the quarterbacking for the JV team, freshman, and on a keeper. Crum's looking for a blocker. And finally brought down. Mike Daly makes that stop on the freshman quarterback. So the Lions have a 3rd and 5 at the 45. And Crum on it. Adam Brown to the outside. Adam Brown has the first down and goes all the way to the 34-yard line, but and a penalty flag flew in there also, but he hit the ground before the fumble. They'll probably just set the ball down. It may have been marking it. Personal foul charged against the Union City Bears at the 34-yard line. Late hit, evidently. So it'll move the sticks. 15 big ones. There hasn't been many of those. Down to the 18-yard line. So freshman Tim Crum doing the backup quarterback for the Lions. Blair up over the football for the JVs, a sophomore. Crum fakes, keeps, throws, complete to Farrell. Mike Farrell, 6'5" junior for the touchdown. So nice play from freshman Tim Crum to Mike Farrell for the score. Conversion coming up by the JV squad. And Crum once again on a keeper, throws, and in and out of the arms this time of Mike Farrell. So goes incomplete as freshman quarterback did a nice job of hiding the football. But goes incomplete, stops the clock with 2:33 remaining. Just a reminder, if you can stick around after the ball game, kind of help pick things up. We just asked any parent that can stick around and help out. Would certainly be appreciated. Once again, we'd like to congratulate our king and queen. Tim Crum, here the quarterback for the JV team, was the king of the junior high court. Steph Rhodes was the queen. And of the senior high court, it was Amanda Pelor. And we'll do the kicking off for the Lions. And Crum's kick comes to number 16, who fumbles the football, John Wadding. And then Wadding still got the ball as he cuts back to the 45-yard line. And 66 for the Lions, Jerry Smith in on that stop for the JVs. Smith, 5'7", sophomore. Lions will move out to 5-0 as a result of tonight. Bears will slip to 2-2. And we have a timeout on the field. down for the Bears at their own 44-yard line. Daly, the quarterback, and pitches. Fumble, and the Bears on top of it. And on the bottom of that football, as the pitch from Daly was mishandled, and it is number 15. James Proper came up with the loose football. Mike Daly is a senior doing the quarterbacking for the Bears here in a backup role. Loss of 5 yards on the play, 2nd down and 15. And Daly is tripped up, still on his feet. And this time pitches. Cuts back inside and a nice tackle. Shears the ball carrier. But a nice tackle on the play by Adam Brown, who originally tripped him up and finally ran him down. Pick up about 7 yards on the play, brings up 3rd down and about 9. Lions will be home only one more time this year, the last weekend of October. That will be senior recognition night. Cheerleaders and the band and the football team. And at the line of scrimmage, tackled is number 26, Chad Molesky, a 5'10", 150-pound freshman. Chris Blair in on that stop, the sophomore for the Lions. And we have a timeout. Charge to the Bears with 4 seconds remaining on the clock. Don't forget, we have a little bit of Pizza Joe's Pizza you might want to take home with you. And also, if you can stick around and help out right after the game, the Linesville Sports Boosters would certainly appreciate any help you could give them. Wonderful organization. 4th down, last play of the game, barring any penalties. So, back to pass, and throws. And pass completed on the play, and the clock goes off. So, as the Lions now move out to 5-0, as the Bears slip to 2-2. Good luck to both clubs next week as they continue in the FCVC.